Chapter 15. Arcanum number 15. Passion. Meanings: bondage, karmic, partner, twin flame, limitation, burden, temptation, ordeal, addiction, manipulation, materialism, emerging shadow or ego gratification, ill will, reversed meanings. Released from bondage and attachments, independence, self-love, reclaimed willpower in the form of conquering addictions, attachments, and limitations. Description of the card. In the waters of life, the representation of Gebura, the law, the Typhon Baphomet, appears in the middle, holding the staff of command in his left hand and a rising serpent in his right. The right hand is masculine and the left is feminine. The breasts indicate that the figure is androgynous. Wisdom is covered by the apron, and from this same apron appears the tail. The face is deformed as a result of error and sin. The Baphomet has been represented as being of brass, which humanity has blackened because of degeneration. We must whiten the brass, the devil, who is the psychological trainer and guardian of the doors of the sanctuary. This is so that only the chosen may enter, they who have been able to overcome all of the tests set by the devil. Esoteric significance of the Arcanum. Arcanum number 15 of the tarot represents the male goat of Mendez, Lucifer, Typhoon Baphomet, the devil. The alchemist must steal the fire from the devil. When we work with Arcanum AZF, we steal the fire from the devil. In this way, we become gods. In this way, the five-pointed star shines. The horns end in 6 points. Arcanum number 6 is sex, indicating that in sex is the liberation by means of chastity, or the enslavement of man by passion. There is a difference from Arcanum number 1. The right hand is elevated, and the left points towards the earth. The mystery of the Baphomet is sexual alchemy based on comprehension and transmutation of the creative energies. The Baphomet of the Templars must be read in reverse. Temohapab, being an anagram of the Latin words Templi Omun Hominun Pacis Abbas. With this is intended, the Father of the Temple, universal peace to men. Arcanum number 15 comes after Arcanum 13, which is the death of the eye, and after Arcanum number 14, which is temperance or moderation, the chastity, which is a result of the death of the ego. Arcanum number 15 is then the divine androgen who becomes resplendent, whitened brass. We know that the inner divine logoi is beyond the body, the emotions, and the mind. This, unquestionably, is that which is ineffable, is real. He projects his reflection, his particular shadow within us, here and now. Obviously, this shadow, this logoic reflection, is the psychological trainer, Lucifer the Tempter. Each of us has our own particular Lucifer. In the Egypt of the pharaohs, the midday sun, the sacred absolute sun, was always symbolized by Osiris, whilst his shadow, his reflection, his Lucifer, was allegorized by Typhoon. In the sacred temples of the old Egypt of the pharaohs, when the neophyte was at the point of being subjected to the tests of initiation, a master drew near to him and quietly murmured in his ear this mysterious phrase, "Remember that Osiris is a black god." This is clearly the specific color of darkness and of the Cumaean shadows of the devil, who was always offered black roses. It is also the color of primitive chaos, where all the elements and seeds of life are totally mixed and muddled. The symbol of the earth element and of night, of the total death of all psychological elements, which in their conjunct constitute the myself. We need, with the utmost and unpostponable urgency, to whiten the devil, and this is only possible by fighting against ourselves, by dissolving that whole complex of psychic aggregates which form the I, the myself, the self. Only by dying within ourselves can we whiten the brass and contemplate the midnight sun, the Father. This means to overcome temptations and to eliminate each and every one of the inhuman elements that we carry within. Anger, avarice, lust, envy, pride, laziness, gluttony, etc., etc., etc. In the psychological gymnasium of human existence, a trainer is always needed. The divine demon mentioned so many times by Socrates, the very shadow of our individual spirit, is the most extraordinary psychological trainer who each one of us carries within. He places temptation in our path with the purpose of training us, educating us. Only in this way is it possible for the precious gems of virtue to appear within our psyche. I now ask myself, and I ask you, where is the evil of Lucifer? It is the results which speak. If there is no temptation, there is no virtue. The stronger the temptations, the greater the virtues. The important thing is not to fall into temptation, and for this reason we must pray to the Father, saying, "Lead us not into temptation." Only through struggle, contrast, temptation, and rigorous esoteric discipline can the flowers of virtue form in us. Lucifer as Ao, educator, mentor, is certainly something rare, unusual, extraordinary. There exists in the Luciferic temptation an inimitable didactic, a portentous teaching, an attraction which is amazing, an unmistakable incentive, a hidden instigation with secret divine purpose, seduction, fascination. Lucifer Prometheus is one with the Platonic Logos, the minister of the demiurge creator and resplendent lord of the 7 mansions of Hades, the Inferno, Sabbat, and the manifest world. To him is entrusted the sword and the scale of cosmic justice. He is then, indubitably, the rule of weight, measure, and number. Orus, Brahma, Ahura Mazda, etc., always ineffable. Lucifer, Lucy, meaning light, and Fear, meaning fire, is the guardian of the door and has the keys of the Lumizial so that none other than the anointed may enter. They who possess the secret of Hermes, they who rashly curse Lucifer, speak ill of the cosmic reflection of the Logos, anathematize the living God manifested in matter, and renounce the always incomprehensible wisdom revealed in the opposites of light and darkness, semblance, similarity, sun and shadow, day and night, the law of opposites. The devil, the reflection of our inner logoi, was the most exalted being before we descended into animal generation. Whiten the brass and burn your books, the masters of Hermetic art tell us time and again. Whoever whitens the devil, returning him to his resplendent and primordial state, whoever dies in himself here and now, liberates the enchained Prometheus, and he rewards most highly, because he is a colossus with power over the heavens, over the earth, and over the infernos. Lucifer Prometheus, totally integrated with all the parts of our being, makes us something different, distinct, an exotic creature, an archangel, a terribly divine power.